Hi, I'm Kendall with Kendall's Greenhouse. Thanks for joining me. We're going to head out of town to Woodbrook Native Plant Nursery and find some goodies for the backyard.
So to become certified as a master gardener, I have to do an intern project, and I selected one that has to do with Western Washington native plants. I recently visited the native plant area of the Puyallup demonstration garden and the Gig Harbor one. I'll show you a little footage of that later in this video. But I've been doing some more research about natives, and I decided to visit Woodbrook, which is my closest native plant nursery, and I figured I would share a little bit of that adventure with you. The beginning of this video has plants that I purchased, and then later I have just some other native plants that I think are noteworthy, but pay attention because I will give you a little quiz at the end to see if you can recognize 10 of them. Here we go. This first plant is called Coast Penstemon. It grows 8 to 30 inches tall, grows in moist meadows along streams and rocky slopes, best in sun. Blue to purple blue flowers are pollinated by bees. The next plant is wild ginger. It grows 4 to 6 inches tall. Crushed leaves are ginger scented. Some natives used a preparation of the roots for digestive ailments. Some used the leaves as bedding for infants. The next plant is Goatsbeard. Best in partial shade, Goatsbeard grows at the edges of forests, streams, and roadsides. Goatsbeard is dioecious. It has separate male and female plants. Pacific water parsley or dropwort, great for butterflies. In the carrot family thought to be poisonous, grows in seasonally wet areas along streams, ponds, ditches, and sloughs. False lily of the valley grows 6 to 15 inches tall. It grows in moist to wet shady woods. Woodland Penstemon has beautiful pink-purple tubular flowers. It's also known as turtle head because the front of the flower resembles the squat head of a turtle. It grows in moist forests and on rocky slopes. Small-flowered alum root grows in gravelly stream banks and in rock crevices. It's best in sun or part shade. Delicate sprays of white flowers, good for living roofs. Bunchberry. Although some say bunchberries are insipid or poisonous, other tribes ate them fresh, mashed, or dried. Oval-leaved blueberry grows in moist forests, openings, and bogs, best in partial shade, a delicious early fruiting berry and attractive shrub. Western or Pacific bleeding heart. Bleeding heart was variously used as medicine by some tribes. Some used it as hair wash to make hair grow. Large leaf avens, best in partial shade along stream banks, moist meadows, or open woods. It has prickly seed heads that attach to your clothes or animal fur. Fringe cup, grows in damp spots and along streams. Best in shade, hummingbirds will visit the tall flower spikes. I'm going to show you just a little bit of the park that has a bunch of native plants in Gig Harbor. Here is sort of the entryway, just giving you some context, lots of greenery and trees, understory plants. So we're going to see some Pacific bleeding hearts in the context of ferns and other things. So there's some in the front here, and then it goes all the way back into this area. And then in the next shot, you will see fringe cup and large leaf avens together. We'll get a little bit closer. Those tall flower spikes are the fringe cup, and then you can see the little yellow bloom there is the avens planted together, or maybe even just seeded themselves together in this lovely native environment. Now we're back at Woodbrook, and I'm going to show you a few things that I have already in my garden, and then a few bonuses that I don't have, but I just haven't picked up yet. This is Pearly Everlasting, and then also yarrow. I thought this yarrow was hilarious because it was so tiny you could barely tell there was even a plant in there. And then here's just a look back at the greenhouse. Um, I I didn't capture everything, and I didn't even capture everything I bought. Here is a yellow monkey flower. I was a little nervous that this would be pretty aggressive. You can see in the pot there that it's pretty aggressive. I have an Oregon grape, but it's been quarantined to a pot for a little while because I was a little nervous about it, but I think I'm ready to plant it in the ground. I also have some of this Oregon stone crop. It is pretty easy to plant and it spreads pretty easily too, just like a lot of other stone crop or sedum. And then I had nodding onion at one point and I lost track of it. So I think I'm going to need to get some more of that. I thought I had Western Trillium, but this visit helped me realize I have a white Trillium, I think maybe grandiflora or something that's actually native to the East Coast. So I'm going to need to pick up some native Western Trillium. And then there are a couple of ferns, a deer fern and a lady fern. Those are some of our native varieties here. And Henderson's checker mallow. I have this in a few places and really like the tall flower spikes. Foam flower, I also have in a pot right now. I need to move it to my backyard out of the sun because these like shade. And then this Oregon oxalis, I've been kind of nervous about planting, but now that I finally know which variety is native, I have a few of these in pots and I'm ready to plant them in the shady backyard. I also have I think I have 3 4-inch slough plants ready to go in the ground. That's a very common sort of understory plant here in the Pacific Northwest in our wooded areas. Here's just a view from my car back across Woodbrook Nursery.
Well, I bought way too much stuff and I mostly only went into the first greenhouse, but I have to go do stuff with my kid now. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you learned something about native plants and I will see you in the greenhouse soon.